Okay. Okay. Selamat petang, Assalamualaikum dan selamat petang diucapkan kepada semua pelajar dan penonton pada petang ini. Okay. So pada petang ini kita akan buat sesi final touch untuk fizik. Okay, boleh dengar ke suara cikgu? Tolong komen. Okay, boleh dengar ke suara cikgu? Okay, boleh dengar ke? Alright, okay, boleh. Okay. Okay, baik. Jadi pada hari ini panitia fizik sama saya Cikgu Azman, Cikgu Nusilawati dan Cikgu Puan Chan, okay, akan menerangkan sedikit mengenai persiapan akhir, okay, teknik juga peringatan, okay, the do and the don'ts lah in paper 2 and paper 3. Okay. So harap semua berada dalam keadaan yang sihat, okay, dan bersedia untuk menghadapi peperiksaan SPM, terutamanya kertas fizik. Okay, baik, kita mulakan. Okay, so for paper 2 format, we have 3 sections. Okay, section A, answer all questions. Section B, choose only one. Choose only one question, and also section C. Okay. So paper 3, paper 2, okay, pemberat dia is 53%. So sangat besar. Okay, so we have to make sure we maximize our mark in paper 2. Okay, let's proceed. Tips for good achievement. So first, do not contradict answers. Okay, what does it mean? So if the question asks you, for example, state 3 characteristics of the image as seen by the observer. Okay, so you want to write more than 3 answers. So you write virtual, magnified, upright, and inverted. So as you notice, inverted and upright is contradict. So elakkan answer jawapan yang bertentangan. So both will not be accepted. So please be careful. Okay. Okay, second point. Understand the right concept and avoid misconception. Okay, ini pun ada keluar dalam trial hari tu. Okay, graph. So for example, mistaken negative velocity as slow down or undergo deceleration. Now first, kita tengok graph. Okay. So if negative V is not slow down, negative V. So negative V meaning change direction, move with in opposite direction. Okay. Okay, kita tengok graph yang kedua. Second graph. So displacement. Okay, first notice the graph. It is displacement over time. Okay. Now at this point, stay at rest, and at this point, okay, what happened between B and C? Okay, between B and C, the object travel in opposite direction. Okay, and once the displacement becomes negative, meaning the displacement is in negative position. Okay, tengok graph seterusnya. Velocity over time. Okay, as you can see from the graph, the velocity decreases. Okay, meaning the object decelerate. Okay, until v is equal to 0. Now, what happens when v becomes negative? When v becomes negative, meaning the object moves in different direction. Example, car. Okay, so at this point, okay, t is equal to 0, t is equal to 2 seconds. Okay, now it decelerate until at point t is equal to 2 seconds. Next, t is equal to 3 and 4. The object moves in different direction. Okay, to make sure jangan misconception kat paper 2. Okay, so understand the concept. Okay, if you look at the question first, notice konsep apa yang dia tanya ni. Okay, next, baru kita boleh answer dengan yakin. Okay, third point, understand the common words. Okay, so if the question asks you to state or write down, okay, so no writing or explanation needed. Jawapan tak perlu panjang-panjang, just short answer. Okay, and look at the marks. Kalau 1 mark, usually 1 mark. So make sure you know lah soalan tu nak apa. Okay, next, suggest or describe. Then this one, detailed explanation needed. Okay, now the step is first you look at the question, identify what is the concept involved, okay, for the question, and then you explain about the concept. Okay, third, calculate or find or show or solve. So what you need to do to get full mark? So some writing needed, including enough working. Okay, you need to show your working for calculation, and don't forget the unit. Okay, unit must be correct. Okay, next, sketch. If the question asks you to sketch, example, sketch graph. Okay, so what you need to do is show general shape of the graph. Okay, you don't need to plot the graph. Okay, if the question wants you to plot, then they will ask you to draw. Okay, draw graph. Then you need to plot. Usually this one is in paper 3. Okay, so at this point, okay, laju sangat ke? Okay, okay, kita dah apa? 49%. Okay, now next point, pay attention to unit for physical quantity. So remember, in physics, unit is very important. Okay, in paper 1 and also in paper 2. So first, when you read the question, you need to list down all the variables and identify what is the unit. Okay, let's look at example. 600 gram. Situ je kita nampak 600 gram. Okay. Of solid substance is heated at uniform rate by a 50 watt heater. Calculate the latent heat of fusion of the substance. Okay, this one topic heat. Okay, topic heat. Now first list down. Mass. We have 600 gram. Automatically tukar terus in kilogram, which is 0.6 kilogram. Okay, next we have power 50 watt. Okay, we have power. Apa lagi dia bagi? We need to find latent heat of fusion. Okay, so from this question, okay, you need to identify what is the concept involved. Heat and energy. You see 50 watt of heater meaning electrical energy. Ini popular question ni. So electrical energy is E is equal to PT. So PT, electrical energy transferred to, okay, heat. Okay, in this case, heat is equal to ml. Okay, now we have mass, we have power. We want to find specific latent heat of fusion. So we need time. So macam mana kita nak cari time? Look at the graph. Okay, time is in 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 apa? 3 minit. Itu lagi satu trik dia. Dia bukan bagi satu trik, dia bagi 2 trik. Okay, so time is 3 minute. Make sure you change it to, okay, second. 180 second. Barulah you masukkan dalam ni. Okay, so that one you need to be careful. Unit. Paper 1 mesti dia ada banyak changing unit. Okay, all good? Okay. Banyak okay. Bersedia. Okay, next point. Good understanding of unit conversion. Common wrong perception. Okay, 1 cm. Okay, ni volume. Volume 1 cm cube is equal to 1 times 10 to the power of negative 2 meter cube. This one is wrong. Misconception. Okay, ni yang sebetulnya. We need to times by 10 power of negative 2, then power of 3. Okay, this one's the correct way to convert unit. Usually kalau volume dan area mesti ada careless mistake. Okay, make sure you don't do careless mistake. Ini pun sama. Convert 1 gram per cm cube to kilogram per meter cube. Okay, make sure you change gram to kilogram, then cm cube to meter cube. Okay. Okay, ni antara yang popular, mistake, careless mistake yang popular. Sebab tu cikgu highlight kan. So that you don't do in exam. Okay, gas law. Conversion of degree Celsius to Kelvin. Ini pun selalu. Okay, always forget to change the unit. Okay, let's take a look at example. So volume gas in balloon 0.04 meter cube. Temperature of the gas in balloon 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, when the temperature was increased to 47 degrees Celsius, what is the velocity of balloon? Okay, which law involved? Okay, list down dulu. Okay, we list down all the information. We have V1 0.04 meter cube. We have T1 37 degrees Celsius. We have V2. V2. We want to find V2. We have T2 47 degree Celsius. Okay, law. Which law? Law apa ni? Nah, cikgu selalu terangkan dalam kelas ni. PBC, PBC. PVT, PBC. So, volume and temperature, Charles law. Okay, we use Charles law. Okay, so kamu pun buat V1, T1 over V2, T2. Okay, next you substitute the value 0.04 over 37 degrees Celsius. Okay. Dengan confidentnya V2 47 degree. Then you proceed, you find V2. Suddenly answer salah. Why? Kenapa salah? Okay. Kenapa salah ni? Apa mistake yang cikgu buat kat sini? Siapa komen? Haris. Kenapa mistake cikgu salah? Why? Because cikgu tak convert degree Celsius to Kelvin. Okay, this one. Careful, be careful. Okay, memang kita nak jawab cepat tapi dalam masa yang sama kita kena be careful of the unit. Okay, ni kena tukar dulu. In Kelvin. Sama juga in pressure law. Kalau pressure law pun sama. Involve temperature, then you need to change to Kelvin. Okay. Okay, ni terusnya kita tukar. Kita tukar to Kelvin. Okay, ni dan proses change in Kelvin. Okay, 37 become 310. 47 becomes 320. Then you can find V2. Okay, and V2 unit follow V1. Okay, unit in meter. Okay. Okay. Now, point number 5. Show steps and working for calculation question. So, for calculation question, usually 2 marks. Okay, you need to show your working. Kalau tengok dalam ni, an object mass 2 kg accelerate from initial velocity to final velocity. What is the work done? So, as you can see here, 2 marks. 2 marks. 1 for your working and 1 more for your final answer with unit. Okay. Right. Okay, next. Be careful of sign convention. Okay, ini usually in chapter 2. Okay, force, velocity. In this case, total momentum before collision. Conservation of momentum. Tengok soalan ni. Okay, lorry moves to the right, car moves to the left. Okay, so kita pun use this formula. Okay. Okay, first kita insert 28 meter per second, but salah. Why? Because the direction is in opposite direction. So negative. Ni mesti take note. Okay, the velocity, sebenarnya velocity, direction of velocity. Okay, so negative meaning the car moves in opposite direction. Okay. Okay, ni master general technique. Master general technique. Okay, so when you get the question, bila kamu dapat soalan, apa yang kamu kena buat? First, tarik nafas. Okay, bertenang. Spend the first few minutes to look through the whole exam paper. Okay, pada mulanya pengawas akan sila semak kertas anda. Okay, kamu pun tengok sambil tengok. First, what you need to do, you notice the concept. Kena ingat. Which chapter, which concept. Okay. And then plan the answers. Jot down ideas in points before answering. Okay. Don't write in a very long essay. No need. You need to write in points. Okay. Use the mark allocation as guide to number of points needed. Okay. For example, explain what happened during the process of heating. 4 marks. 4 marks meaning at least you have to find 4 points. Okay, mesti ada 4 point untuk dapatkan 4 markah. Jadi kalau point kamu tu baru 2, cari lagi. Okay. Kalau tak tahu sangat, then what you need to do? No, identify the concept and explain the concept. Okay, masukkan konsep. Contoh pasal heat. Then you masukkan apa-apa, thermal equilibrium, okay, berdasarkan soalan. Okay, use simple and short points. Use new line for each new point. Okay, maknanya soalan tu biasa dia akan bagi 3 line kan. Then you use new line for different point. Okay, boleh tak boleh buat? Boleh, tak salah pun. Okay, keep referring back to introduction for clues to the answer. Kalau lah blur sangat, tak tahu dah nak terangkan apa, identify konsep tu. At least you tahu. Okay, at least you know that. Okay, for example, okay, this one's chapter heat. This one, chapter force. Okay, then you can find clue to the answer. Okay, setakat ni. Aiman, okay man? Okay, okay, comparison question. Okay, comparison question. So make sure you compare. Okay, comparison question. Selalu mistake yang pelajar buat Okay. Okay, compare. First one right, correct answer. Second one correct answer. Then relate. Bila time relationship boleh salah. Okay. Bila time relationship you get wrong answer. So it's not supposed tak sepatutnya salah lah. Okay, buat macam style cikgu. Okay, apa yang cikgu akan buat ialah, okay, I will compare. If I first I compare diagram 6.1. First, okay, ni paper trial Selangor itu Cikgu saja highlightkan balik. Cikgu ingatkan balik. Okay, if I start with diagram 6.1, then the second comparison I will also start with 6.1. Okay, the bulb lights up in diagram 6.1. Diode in diagram 6.1 is in forward bias. So when the question, relationship question asks, okay, relate the way diode is connected. Relate the way diode is connected. So okay, to the lighting of the bulb. Okay. When the diode is in forward bias, nampak cikgu ambil je answer yang kat atas. When the diode is in forward bias, the bulb will light up. Okay. So jangan salah question relationship. Okay. Okay, for section B. Okay, ni pun penting For section B bukan section C. Section B, give suggestion to construct. Okay, suggestion suggestion and modification question section B. Okay, so ini paper trial dah itu. Nah, cikgu nak highlightkan dekat sini. Look at the marks. Ada 10 marks Okay, and each point you will get 2 marks for suggestion and reason. Okay. Now look at the aspect given. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ada 4 je. 4 aspects. So that's only 8 marks. Baru 8 markah. So where we want to get another 2? You need to elaborate more. Okay, ini dia bagi tips. Jangan lupa untuk tambah lagi 1 point. Kalau dia bagi 3 je, ni dia tak bagi. Then you need to add 2 more points. Tambah lagi 2 points. Okay, and give the suggestion and the reason. Okay, in section B, section B, write in table. Ni. Okay, in section B, write in table. Now, in section B, question hari tu mistake yang pelajar buat. Bukan yang list down balik semua tu. Ini bukan you need to choose. Itu section C. Okay, ada yang dah buat 4 points. And then, dia pun tambah dekat bawah. Need to be aerodynamic, need to be light material. Itu tak perlu buat. Okay, that is for section C. Okay, for section C. Ni. Okay, section C, hari tu paper trial Selangor. Okay, also write your answer in table. Okay. Okay, kalau tambah point tu nak tambah dari aspek tu pula cikgu. Okay, apa-apa yang kamu rasa menjawab soalan. Okay. Give suggestion to construct which can sail faster. Which can sail faster. Apa lagi yang kamu fikir boleh tambah? Kelajuan sail tu. Okay. Tambah sail pula. Tambah kelajuan sailboat. So nampak kat sini. Dia tambah light material and dia tambah carbon fiber. Okay. Tu kena ingat cikgu dah bagi list down all modification tu kan. Cikgu dah bagi modification tu tolong tengok. Okay. Which material to use, carbon fiber, nylon, tu semua yang popular. Okay, in section C. Okay, ni options yang dia bagi. Okay, P, Q, R, S. Ni hari tu soalan hari tu. Now, let's take a look at the length. Length dibagi in value. Okay. So, in your answer, you don't need to state the value. Okay, you just write long length roof. Okay, to provide better shape. Okay, tak perlu masukkan value dekat sini. Value 1.0. Just cakap long or short. Okay. Okay. Okay, tu je lah untuk paper 2. Sama juga dengan paper 1. Okay, ingat step dia. Dapat soalan, apa yang perlu kita buat? Baca. First kita notice what's the concept. Okay, apa konsep yang ditanya dalam soalan tu. Then careful dengan trick. Trick maksudnya cikgu apa? Unit conversion. Okay. Tu semua trik-trik lah. Pastikan kita be careful.
Cikgu Azman. Cikgu Azman.
Ya,
tolong masukkan Puan Chan Puan Chan
Puan Chan
keluar. Dengan Asmi sekali.
Okay. Okay. So itu untuk paper 2. So pastikan kita jangan buat careless mistake. Jadi kalau ada apa-apa soalan, boleh PM cikgu tanya. Okay. Kalau dia buat latihan tu, okay, boleh PM cikgu-cikgu kelas masing-masing untuk tanya soalan. Okay, jadi daripada cikgu untuk paper 2 itu saja. Okay, make sure ingat apa yang cikgu cakap ni dan bersedia. Okay, itu saja dari cikgu. Okay, Puan Chan. Okay, saya cikgu pass kepada Puan Chan untuk menjawab soalan-soalan yang kamu tanya.
Okay, yang soalan yang pertama saya nampak tadi ialah kata Kopro kata kalau rumuskan semua daripada atas balik dalam ayat tak dapat markah. Ya, ia tak dapat markah ya sebab yang ini ialah section B. Section B dia hanya tanya modification. Okay, explain your modification means that you have to give your modification and your reason. When you go to section C, only they will say justify your answer. Okay, so apa yang kamu rumus itu, okay, whatever that you just now you do the conclusion, that one actually is for justify your answer marks. Actually, so it should be go to the section C part. Okay, so section B you don't have to do any you don't have to do this one any rumusan. Tak perlu buat sebarang rumusan. Okay, or any conclusion on this. Alright, I hope you answer your question. Okay, that's all I have. Okay, now I pass the mic to Puan Noslawati for paper 3.
Okay, thank you Puan Chan. Okay, untuk paper 3, okay, sekejap cikgu share dulu. Okay, semua nampak tak cikgu punya paparan kat sini? Baik, semua nampak ke? Yeah.
Boleh nampak.
Okay, thank you. So untuk paper 3, okay, seperti yang you all tahu, so paper 3 consists of section A and section B. Alright, so section A you have question 1 and question 2. You need to answer all. And then for a question on section B, you need to choose either question number 3 or question number 4. Alright, so in section B, planning an experiment or design a framework of experiment. Okay, so you have to bear in your mind, this is not you conduct the experiment during the exam. Alright, you just design the experiment, the framework only. Okay, so what is the most important part in planning an experiment? First of all, if you don't know, okay, which question that you need to answer, right? Like for example, question number 3 or question number 4. Okay. Okay. First of all, you try to do a draft, okay, on the question paper, both question 3 and question 4. All right, on which question that you can gain maximum marks. Okay, soalan mana yang you boleh jawab lagi banyak, so you go for that question. Okay, so jangan you cuba berjawab soalan nombor 3 sampai habis, and after separuh jalan you tengok tak boleh buat, then you go to the next question number 4. So maksudnya kat situ you dah wasting your time lah. Alright, so banyak terbagi masa, membazir masa di situ. So first of all, like what Encik Azman said just now, plan your work. Okay, plan your answer. Okay, spend about 1 minute to study the question, both question 3 and 4, and then you will identify which one is you have more knowledge and more experience on that. Okay, ada banyak pengetahuan untuk jawab soalan tu. Alright, now so for section B, normally for question number 3 and question number 4, question number 3 and 4, normally one of them might be one from the experiment that you have carried out during your learning in form 4. Okay, and maybe one of it also from form 5. Whether either one lah, maybe the form 5 one in question number 3 or the form 4 one in the question number 4. Okay, so now, so this question carries 12 marks. Okay. If started with state the inference. Okay, state the inference of an experiment. You are given a situation. All right, you need to find the to state the inference, and then after that followed by with the hypothesis. So inference, okay, inference is a relationship between two variables. Okay, RV depends on MV. So responding variable depends on manipulated variable. Or you also can write the other way around. Alright, manipulated variable affects responding variables. Okay, boleh juga you letakkan manipulated variable di depan dulu, then followed by responding variable. Okay, that's number 1 for inference. Okay, so one way to memorize this, I already taught you during Form 4 how to write inference. You have the word F here. F for affects. Okay, so MV affects RV. Okay, and then hypothesis. Okay, as MV increases, RV increases. Or it might be the other way around lah. Okay, because this is to show the relationship between two variable. Okay, either the other one is increased, the other one also increases. That means it is increased directly proportional, or one is increased, the other one is decreased. Okay, and then followed by aim. Okay, what is your aim to come to school? To study. To study the relationship between manipulated variable and responding variable. To investigate, to determine, to find out. Okay, semua tu boleh guna. Okay, kalau yang untuk bahasa Melayu, untuk mengkaji, okay, untuk mengenal pasti, hubung kait, okay, hubungan di antara, okay, boleh juga. And then variable, so you must complete mesti letakkan tiga-tiga ni manipulated variable, responding variable, and also fixed, or sometimes you put control variable. So the marks given here, okay, don't know the marking scheme sekarang ni, tapi mesti kat sini ada 2 markah sahaja. So maksudnya semua kena betul lah. Alright. So sometimes the mark is given for 1 for the manipulated variable, and the second mark goes to if both responding variable and control variable or constant variable are correct. Okay, so 1 for manipulated, 2 for responding, and also constant variable. Sorry, not control, constant. And then we come to the list of apparatus. Okay, list of apparatus, you must list down all the useful and functional apparatus. Meaning that if you don't have one of the apparatus in the list, okay, maksudnya eksperimen tu tak boleh dijalankan. It is impossible to carry out the experiment. Okay, and once you have arranged the apparatus, you have to draw, must be labeled correctly. Okay, ini satu markah saja di sini. Setiap satu ni satu markah. Okay, tapi kalau satu markah pun kalau tak ada, tak dapat juga tak boleh juga nak tingkatkan markah kamu. So everything must be take seriously And then procedure. 3 marks here. Okay, how to control the manipulated variable, how to measure the responding variable, and last one is to repeat. Okay, how to repeat. Alright. And then the tabulating data. Okay, tabulate data. So you have manipulated variable. Okay, the quantity that you write here must be followed with unit. Okay, the quantity, physical quantity must followed by unit. Okay, with the correct unit. And the responding variable also. And for this one, for manipulated variable, okay, must be filled up. Okay, but for responding variable, just leave it blank. And last one, the 12th mark goes for analyzing data. That means you have to state the relationship in terms of graph. Okay, in terms of graph. So for vertical axis, y-axis goes for the responding variable, and for manipulated variable for x-axis. Okay, let's see the next one. Sekejap ya. Sebelum tu ada apa-apa soalan tak? Boleh tulis di chat berkenaan dengan manipulated dan responding variable. Sekejap. Tiba-tiba tak boleh function. Alright, sekejap. Alamak. Okay. Tak nak bergerak pula dia. Okay, tak apa. Sekejap, saya akan cuba cara lain. Okay, sambil tu ada soalan tak? Okay, saya punya anti flip ni pun tak nak bergerak pula dia. Sebab
Okay, ada satu soalan daripada Demente. Dia kata how many MV do we need? Actually, MV is the manipulated variable. So actually we only need one. Okay, one only. You cannot write more than one. That's MV. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sekejap. Saya akan share yang lain. Right. Okay. Kita try untuk this one. Alright. What is mean by operational definition? Sometimes the quantity that physical quantity that they want to get the relationship is not in terms of the physical quantity with unit. For example, for inertia. Okay, so inertia, if you want to study or to investigate the relationship involved inertia, okay, you must consider the time taken for one complete oscillation, or also known as period. Okay, pressure in liquid. Okay, how we may define the pressure in liquid? Okay, so we measure the different high in manometer. Okay, so this is one of example lah. Okay, for the any other physical quantity that they need to come up with different definition. Okay, different definition. Alright, so next, seperti like that. Terus kepada contoh lah. Okay, we go to the simulation. Okay, so normally the question for session B come up with a situation. Okay, for example, this is a bicycle dynamo. Okay, kalau tak nampak saya besarkan sikit. It's a bicycle dynamo and which has a magnet and a coil of insulated copper, right, wire. Now, the output of the dynamo is connected to a bicycle lamp. The lamp will light up when the cylindrical magnet is rotated by turning the wheel. Okay, in diagram 1.2, the light gets brighter, okay, brighter when the wheel turns faster. Okay, nampak tak kat situ? Okay, so normally they will come out, mesti selalunya akan bagi two diagrams, diagram 1.1, diagram 1.2. First of all, you compare the difference. Okay, and sometimes the differences also is given in the text. Alright, in the statement here. Alright, so where is it? In the last sentence. The diagram 1.2 shows the lights gets brighter when the wheel turns faster. Alright, now let's see how we're going to carry out this question, how you're going to answer this question. You must start what are the clue given. Okay, so first of all, the clue is dynamo. Okay, so dynamo, of course, it involves the what you call one, electromagnetic induction. Concept of electromagnetic induction. So you use Fleming right hand rule. Okay, Fleming's right hand rule. Wheel turn faster, light gets brighter. Okay, and then turn faster, that means you increase the rotation. Okay, can be defined as a height of magnet bar release. Okay, brighter means we can define as the amount of induced current, okay, produced here. Alright, now the cost. The cost, or in other words, is the manipulated variable MV. Okay, so height of magnet bar release. Okay, this is what we call as operational definition just now. Okay, so how we going to see the turns faster of the dynamo? Okay, so height of the magnet bar release and the effect. the effect, that is a responding variable. Okay, so this is the induced current. So automatically we know this is the experiment of electromagnetic induction. All right, let's see the operational definition here. Yeah, speed of rotation is a height of magnet bar release. Okay, go here. Right. So let's start with the inference. Brightness of the bulb depends on speed of rotation. Okay, because the manipulated variable affects, the manipulated variable here is the speed, okay, affects the responding variable, that is brightness. Okay, excuse me. And then the hypothesis, as the height of magnet bar release increase, induced current increase. Okay, so MV increase, RV increase. All right, so aim, of course, you need to put back here the MV and the RV. And then the variables. Okay. Height of magnet bar release. Okay, you also can put the unit centimeter there. Okay, RV induced current. Okay, you also can put a unit ampere, for example. Okay, or you just write induced current only. Okay, and then the constant variable, number of turns of coil or number of magnet bar. Okay, this is also can, but please avoid, do not put the type of, because it is induced current, so you're going to use put the galvanometer. Okay, type of galvanometer. Okay, because type of galvanometer cannot be measured. Okay, so variable here is the sum, all the physical quantity that can be measured. All right, so please bear in your mind the constant variable here is not a cannot put type, okay, cannot put size, okay, must be something that have unit, for example, can be measured. Okay, so that is number one. Let's see, this is the experiment lah. Okay, the bar magnet, and because you want to measure the height of the bar magnet to be released, so you must have a measuring instrument. Okay, measuring instrument to measure the height of the bar magnet will be released. Okay, and also you have the ammeter here. Okay, ammeter just to show the deflection, deflection of the pointer of the ammeter here. Okay, so then at least two statements how to control. In the method how to control the manipulated variable in this experiment, this means you state the initial value. That means you start the experiment with what height of the bar magnet to be released. Okay, kamu nak lepaskan bar magnet tu dari ketinggian berapa? So kena mula permulaannya tu. So kita panggil sebagai to control the manipulated variable in this experiment. Okay, so even though the set up the apparatus ni tak ada markah, tapi we always practice before you start the experiment. You must set up the apparatus, right? Okay, so you must state the procedure. The procedure number one must be set up the apparatus first. Okay, after you set up everything, okay, then baru you start dengan release the bar magnet. Okay, and then we go to the how to measure the responding variable. So the responding variable here, they mean the induced current, right? Okay, so describe. First, you must observe the deflection of the pointer of the ammeter, and then record the reading of induced current. Okay, so measuring instrument must be stated. So what type of measuring instrument to measure the reading of the induced current? It is ammeter. Okay, so sometimes the measuring responding variable also is applicable for the formula. For example, in the experiment of simple pendulum, you record the time taken for 20 complete oscillation. Okay, but you need to find the period. I mean, one complete oscillation. So you need to do the calculation a bit there. Also, you state the formula. That means the time taken for 20 oscillation divided by 20 to get the value of period. This one also is in the responding variable. Okay. Sampai situ semua clear ke? And the last one, repeating experiment. At least 4 other value because you already start with a height where the bar magnet would be released is 5.0 centimeter. Okay, then you follow with 10, 15, 20 and 25. So semua ada altogether 5 readings. Okay, so remember the manipulated variable 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. This one must be tabulate, okay, in the table after this. Okay, yang tu semua kena tulis, alright? Yeah, the tabulation of data. MV, semua ni kena tulis. Maksudnya sini daripada 5, 10 yang ni kena tulis. Tapi do you need to write the induced current? No, leave it blank. Why? Because you are not carry out this experiment during the exam. Okay, you cuma design the framework only. Oh, because of this, when I release the bar magnet from this height, so the induced current should be like this. Okay, so you just design the framework, not carry out the work, not carry out the experiment. Okay, so tak perlu letakkan apa-apa nilai di sini ya. Just leave it blank. Okay, yang tu faham. Tapi di sini kena letak semua. And one more thing, untuk pelajar-pelajar sekolah menengah Kota Kemuning juga. Okay, tolong buat table. Okay, ini namanya table, jadual. Okay, bila table maksudnya mesti ada column, mesti ada row. Okay, jangan tinggalkan line ataupun garis-garis untuk membina jadual. Okay, peringatan penting, sila buat jadual yang betul. Okay, jangan you just write down the physical quantity, the symbol, the unit and then you just write down the values and then you leave it there. Tak boleh ya. Sebab saya tak pasti nanti mungkin dia punya marking scheme akan jadi lain. Dia akan kata this is not table. Alright, so cuba lengkapkan kerja kamu tu dengan berhati-hati, lepas tu dengan lengkap lah, dengan paling-paling baik yang boleh awak buat. Okay, so untuk untuk mengelakkan kamu mendapat markah yang sedikit, kurangkan kesilapan. Ini semua kesilapan lah kita panggil ya. Ini kurangkan kesilapan yang macam ni. Okay ya. So ini untuk yang masih lagi rasa table tu tak penting. Table penting. Okay. Right. And then last one is graph. Okay. Once again, because I said this is not exactly the experiment you carry out. Okay. So you tak ada data. You don't have data with you. Alright. So, but you know which one is the responding variable, which one is manipulated variable. Okay, so again, the responding variable ialah dalam y-axis, physical quantity, that is induced current, the symbol, and unit, ampere. The unit for current is ampere, and then MV. Okay, dia jangan letak MV saja, kena letak apakah itu dia punya manipulated variable just now. The height of the magnet bar will release, that is H. The symbol is H. Alright. You also can write the physical quantity height. And H is a symbol. And the unit is centimeter. Okay, the unit is centimeter. So this is exactly one good example. Okay, so how you going to actually get a full marks. Okay, for section B, planning and experiment. Okay, 12 markah daripada section B. Okay, maksudnya 28 markah lagi daripada section A. Okay, so kita cuba lagi satu. Kita tengok contoh. Ini precautions. Precaution satu saja saya nak terangkan kat sini. Jangan letak avoid parallax error. Betul tak Cikgu Azman? Avoid parallax error tak boleh letak ya. Okay, don't write avoid parallax error. Okay, bila you letak avoid parallax error, that means you did not tell us what steps should be taken. Okay, what precaution steps should be taken. Okay, tak beritahu kita pun apa step dia. So if you write, make sure eyes perpendicular to the reading of meter rule, state the measuring instrument here. Okay, to avoid parallax error, yes. Okay, make sure our eyes perpendicular to the reading of ammeter or voltmeter to avoid parallax error. Sorry, yeah. Okay, for heat you have thermometer. Make sure our eyes perpendicular to the reading of thermometer to avoid parallax error. So letakkan dia punya measuring instrument. Okay, lagi bagus. Okay, ini ayat dia. Kalau awak boleh copy and paste, bolehlah letak dekat sana. For electric and electronics, specific for electric and electronics, make sure all the connections are correctly and tightly. Boleh. Or switch off the circuit after taking the reading. Why? Because to avoid overheating of the wires. Okay, normally for reduce the resistance. Okay, so this is all the precaution steps. Paling tak boleh buat ialah avoid parallax error ni, ya. Yang inilah. Kalau you nak buat juga, make sure mesti start dengan make sure. Make sure our eyes perpendicular to the reading of thermometer, of ammeter, of voltmeter. State the measuring instrument there. Okay, then baru you follow with the avoid parallax error. Okay, setakat ni ada soalan ke, Puan Chan?
Okay, setakat ini ada beberapa soalan. Saya boleh sambung dengan soalan ya?
Boleh.
Alright. Okay, bagi soalannya yang tadi Damien dia tanya ialah how many MV do we need? Actually for the MV that we need, okay, MV yang kita perlu ialah 5. Alright, kita akan show satu di sini. Sekurang-kurangnya, dia ialah sekurang-kurangnya 5.
5, okay. Betul-betul 5. Okay, kamu dah mula dengan 1, so you follow with another 4, right?
Yes. Okay, I would like to share something here to show this.
Stop sharing. Okay.
Okay, everyone can see this one? Yes?
Boleh, Puan Chan.
Okay, so you look at when you answer for this type of question, your MV you have just, for example, this one, your MV is the height of magnet and then your RV is the induced current. So the first thing when you come to here, just now what Puan Nosilati said is correct. The first thing we have to target our MV. So our MV height we have to adjust to 10 cm. Then we go to the third step is the repeat, the experiment. For here you have to put minimum 4. Okay, minimum 4. Why is it 4? Because 4 plus 1 is 5. All right, to plot a graph, we need minimum 5 coordinates. You can put more than 4. Okay, if you put more than 4, let's say here until you put until 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. So here you will have 6. Okay, you will have 6 readings over here. All right, so you can put is minimum 5 minimum. If you put 4, then cannot. Okay, so minimum 5. 5 is 1 at the manipulated variable that you mentioned. Okay, the second one will become your repeat the experiment part. Okay, you put 4. All right, then the next question, another student asked, can we draw the line or plot a sketch? Okay, actually for this one, you're going to look at this. For this one, we will look at this graph because this is in BM, so I didn't show you. However, if you look at this is what we should do. We just leave it empty. Leave it empty. We don't plot the graph. All right, because this is Ahmad Daniel asking, do we need to draw the line? You don't have to draw the line. You just leave it empty here, but make sure you write your axis correctly. Okay, just like what Nosilati said just now. All right, so for your y-axis must be the RV corresponding variable. Okay, physical quantity slash the unit I/A. Okay, and then your x-axis have to be the manipulated variable. Okay, so will be your physical quantity H slash centimeter. All right, so and then the third question asked is this one is back to paper 2. Paper 2 said that if we use calculation for paper 2, can we use pencil? we want you to use pen, okay, rather than pencil. If not, we're afraid that the thing will rub off, okay? So use pen. And if use pen also, if I'm mistaken, we have to use ball pen, not gel pen. Betul, Puan Tuan Siti and Cikgu Asman?
Betul, betul.
Betul ya?
Betul,
Okay,
no
so
gel pen.
no gel pen, so use ball pen. Okay, use pen. Alright. Okay, ada setakat ini saja soalan dia, tak ada lagi soalan lain.
Okey, macam tu saya sambung sikit lagi ya. Sedikit lagi berkenaan dengan macam mana kita nak exactly jawab soalan yang betul berdasarkan list of apparatus given. Okay, I share here. Okay, sekejap. Alright. Alright. If you see from the question for the paper 3 for section B, okay. There is statement say that based on the apparatus given, okay, so plan or conduct plan for an experiment, okay, so basically we can actually guess what type of experiment that you need to answer, or you need to write the planning of the experiment there by just looking at the instrument of the measuring instrument given. Okay, so for example pendulum, kalau you nampak saja pendulum, dia dah nampak memang simple pendulum punya. Okay, so hacksaw blade, inertia. Okay, spring and slotted weight is a Hooke's law. Ticker tape ada banyak. Ticker tape ada banyak because this one really have to see the situation. Okay, kalau you nampak ada trolley, one with a trolley, one is a empty trolley, one full of things, that one is for mass and acceleration. Still you have to use ticker tape and trolley lah, and the compensated runway tu. Okay, ticker tape ada banyak so mungkin dia nak tanya tentang F and acceleration, okay, or mass and acceleration, okay, depend to the situation. Okay, tu ada kena hati-hati di situ Tissue funnel, this is to write the experiment pressure in liquid. Okay, ada banyak kat sini. Kalau kamu tengok refraction of light, tengok sini, refraction of light. Glass block, ray box. Okay, this is experiment for refraction of light. But if you are given mirror, this is reflection. See? So from the instrument itself, you can actually guess, okay, eksperimen apa sebenarnya ni. Okay, and if you have the sound generator and speakers, this is interference of sound wave. Okay, okay, mari kita tengok. Ini peringatan penting. Okay. Yang ni semua tak boleh ditulis when you want to write the constant variable or fixed variable. Reading of, okay, value of, amount of, type of, size of, pattern of. Okay, because all this is not a physical quantity. Physical quantity is must be a physical, the quantity that can be measured. Okay, if you write the value of, the value of what? Okay, it must be a quantity there. Okay, so semua ni tak boleh ditulis, cannot be used in physics. Okay, if you write amount of current, you just write current lah, electric current. Don't write amount of current, write electric current. Okay, type of spring. Rather than you tulis type of spring, okay, you write diameter of spring. Okay, thickness of spring. Okay, this one. Size. Size apa ni ya? Tapi tak boleh guna. Okay, pattern also cannot. Okay, pattern. Okay, so ini saja yang perlu kamu elakkan. Okay, supaya kamu boleh minimize mistake. Okay, cuba juga cari. Cari semula dalam statement daripada soalan tu untuk tengok sama ada tak kuantiti yang boleh kita gunakan. Okay, normally dia akan beri. Mesti akan beri. Okay, tapi elakkan. Jangan guna yang ini semua ya. So, sebab yang ini semua tidak akan memberi markah pada kamu. Okay. So, saya rasa itu saja daripada saya. That's all from me. I think I will stop here. Okay. Saya akan pass pada Cikgu Asmi. Cikgu Asmi.
Ya saya.
Okay, Cikgu Asmi nak cakap apa-apa ke atau saya pass pada Azman?
Tak ada.
Okay, saya pass pada Azman
Okay, baik. Okay, pelajar-pelajar semua, berikutlah merupakan kita punya final touch fizik. Okay, tapi bukan di sini saja. Sekiranya kamu ada soalan, boleh lagi tanya. Okay, boleh PM cikgu. Okay, dan bertanya soalan yang kamu hadapi masalah lah dalam latihan. Okay, jangan lupa untuk revise kembali latihan-latihan yang kita pernah buat, tips-tips yang kita pernah buat. Okay, remember all the concepts, okay, yang pernah kita belajar. Okay, dan akhir sekali ialah good luck to all students. You can do it. Okay. Okay, jadi good luck kepada semua. Daripada kami, saya Cikgu Azman, Puan Sulawati, Puan Chan dan Puan Fatul Asmi dari Panitia Fizik Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Kota Kemuning. Okey, dengan ini melabuhkan tirai program final touch kita. Okey. Okey, jumpa di sekolah nanti. Okey semua, Assalamualaikum. Boleh berehat. Nanti malam join YouTube live yang cikgu bagi tu cikgu ada bagi link YouTube live dalam grup kelas kan. Join yang tu. Okay, tengok juga. Tu daripada guru-guru cemerlang tu. Okay, jangan lupa join. Malam di malam. Okay, sekian saja. Terima kasih semua. Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera.
Selamat berjaya. Good luck.